truth. There is nothing a good night's sleep can't sort out, although unfortunately can't sort out my water-damaged microphone and camera. So the audio may be bad today because I'm not using microphones. I'm literally just using the camera's mics. Apologies. I spent the past 20 minutes trying to get it work. No luck at all. And I woke up this morning with the foulest headache. Unfortunately, no breakfast available, so I had to ask the owner if instead of breakfast I could have a couple of paracetamol. So he brought me a couple over, and that was my breakfast. Luckily it's kicked in now and I feel good and ready for the day. I'll do a full tour of this place. Checkout's at 10, it is 10 on the dot. So I've waited all morning for the rain to stop. It's been torrential. Now this blue sky, perfect time. Quick tour. This is on the site. This is an old farmyard, but it's on the site of a farm that's had records about it for 1,000 years. Right in the middle of the countryside. Studland is somewhere in this direction, and right in front of me over here, I can just see about 1 millimetre of the sea. So I'll rush around, give you a full tour, hit the road, and then the most important thing for me, the only thing I care about, because I haven't eaten since breakfast yesterday, is breakfast. I'm just going to buy 2 breakfasts, grab a coffee, and then I'll be fully fueled up, ready to go. I found a nice cafe that's half an hour's ride away, and I'm ready to hit the road. Day 2, here we go. There are 2 of these pods available. In fact, the other one's completely different, but this is the one I stayed in last night. Very simple, but nicely kept. Bed on the left-hand side, little sofa on the right, with a small area to get some tea and coffee. And then through here, there's another little bedroom with a bit of reading material. Interestingly, that's Enid Blyton, Famous Five. Enid Blyton, I think, lived around this area, and I'm sure she owned the local golf course. So there is a local link there to Enid Blyton, Famous Five. And then this is the bedroom window. You can see the old farmyard there with, let's see if I can open this, with the Bonneville parked up there overnight. And this is another part of the farm. Right, I'll show you the facilities. You can see just birds everywhere. Peacocks, geese, chickens, swallows. There's the, I mean, you don't need to see inside it. That's an old-fashioned bucket loo. Speaking of birds, there's a peacock there. Just peacocks walking around. I woke up this morning with a peacock screaming, came outside, and it was sitting on the roof of what is the second Airbnb spot, which is like an old gypsy's caravan. It's brilliant. And another little one to the side of it. But they've got peacocks roaming around here. I cannot believe it. Blue sky. So happy to see some blue sky. Then we'll come through to the rest of the farm area. It looks like it may be a potentially semi-working farm. Little pickup there, and again, loads of geese. I've been told those geese can get a bit feisty in the back. So the way to react to them is to be feisty back into the shower area. Again, this is just an old, well, this is an old converted sheep house. Shower light, so 2 showers there for the 2 Airbnb properties. Little sink area and a storage bit here, but you can see the swallows just coming and going all the time, darting past my head. There are the nests just above the wooden slats. I'll show you the actual farm itself, the farm buildings. Bonneville drying off there, panniered up, I'm ready to go. Chicken house, or the hen house, on the right hand side. So that's where they all go to sleep. And the old farm buildings here. Lovely old stone-built buildings. And this is the entrance for the farm. There's no proper paved road. It's all dirt tracks to get here for a good 10-minute ride. In fact, before I show you that, there's the other side. Grass lane leading round to the back of the farm. And here it is, the farm building itself. Beautiful, with the dirt track. There are no roads. I couldn't believe it. There's a 1 page worth of instructions on how to find this place, because postcodes, nothing like that works at all. You have to follow the instructions to the letter to be able to find this place. I think there are 3 cottages in a row. Little pond area there. And this is it. It's beautiful, unspoiled countryside. Time to hit the road. Panniers packed up. I'll chuck on my jacket and I've got a 30-minute ride to the cafe. And I have never been so excited to gorge. I'll plan everything for what I'm going to do for the day after breakfast, but for now, all I can think about is breakfast. That feels so much better. 2 courses for breakfast, I wanted to go and get a third, but I thought, no, that's too embarrassing asking for 3 courses, so I left it at 2, and I think that'll keep me going now. I'm now going to head off and try and find this ferry that will take me over to Sandbanks. Not exactly sure where it's going to take me, but all the way around the edge here, I can see land as far as the eye can see. So I'm not sure exactly what land it's going to take me to in relation to this coastline, but the sun's out. It's the first time I felt warm this entire trip, and I can't wait. There's something special about grabbing a ferry and heading over to a new bit of land. So let's see what it's like. This old phone box is going to give me the best opportunity to show you where I'm heading. I love it when they repurpose these. So Studland is where I am right now, and inside the phone box there's a map of where we are. So I'm right here in the middle at the moment, with the Bonneville parked outside that shop that's pointed out on the map. But this is where I'm going. The map below it shows exactly the road leading directly north up to the little ferry port with the arrow up to Sandbanks at the top there. And this long white road here, the only place it goes all the way is the ferry port. There are no proper roads to the left or right. The only purpose of the road is to take cars across this edge of the peninsula over to Sandbanks.
What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor? What would we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning. Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober, put him in a longboat till he's sober early in the morning.
Way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises, way hey and up she rises early in the morning.
Welcome to Sandbanks. Behind me is some of the world's most expensive real estate. I'd never heard of Sandbanks until about a year ago, and this is the first time I've ever been, but just 1 minute after riding off the ferry, it's very, very apparent how affluent this area is. You go from mansion to mansion to mansion to old building being knocked down and replaced by a mansion. Turquoise water, white sand. Yeah, I see why it's such a sought-after area to live. I was queuing up for the ferry, and the gentleman in the ticket office, he just waved me through, and I thought, this is excellent. It's free for motorbikes. So I diverted past all of the cars, pulled up onto the ferry, parked up, and then one of the ticket attendants just comes round with a card machine, but it's just £1 per motorbike, so I thought that was perfectly reasonable. All of my footage that I've been filming for the past 2 weeks has been with the brand new Insta360 X4. I have never used a camera where there's been such a gigantic leap forward when it comes to this new Insta360 camera. The key to it is 8K quality. That is an unbelievable step up in terms of video quality. So I'm going to grab the camera and show you my favorite setup to get superb video quality. It took me a week to figure out how to get the best possible quality on the Insta360, and Insta360 kindly got in touch with me to point me in the right direction. So you can see here I've got it on the 360-degree camera, so that's why I am currently in shot. This is what to do. You've got the choice to use the 360-degree camera or the single lens camera, and you can see how easy it is to use. You can go from photos to camera to switch lens, front and back, 360-degree camera, again with camera, video and HD. This is what to do for the best quality. Video, press on that, and then at the bottom you press on the resolution, and up pops 8K and 30 frames per second, and that is what you want to record really unbelievably good footage. And to record, all you do, press this button at the bottom, and you can see that started. Press it again, and the recording finishes. Then all you need to do, go onto the app, and you can adjust in full 360 degree and edit the footage you want. It is incredibly user-friendly, and the footage is better than ever. It is a glorious stretch of coast. That's it. I need to find a coffee shop, grab a bite to eat, and 3.5 hours heading back home. That's the first time I've been that close to a crash on a motorbike. About 2 miles away, I was riding in the middle lane, and the traffic's really congested, and in the outside lane there was a 3-car rear end literally right next to me as it was happening. So the motorway is almost certainly going to be closed, and there must be There must be 2 cars written off there, a metre away from me. The trip, as I'm 2 hours away from home now, definitely the Studland side of the water is the real beauty spot. Sandbanks is incredible with all of the amazing buildings, but Studland and that area around there, including the Lawrence of Arabia area, it's all completely untouched. You can just be riding along stunning roads without seeing anyone and without seeing any new development at all. It gave me a really good idea about what that area must have been like when Lawrence of Arabia was riding around on his Bruff motorbikes, because nothing will have changed in those 89 years because there are still no developments in the area. I worked out. I had to do a bit of calculating. I worked out that this trip's probably cost me about £700 because my microphones are broken. I'm hoping I can record it directly onto this and then extract the audio later. I have no idea if any of the audio from today will work. So that's £320. I've scratched my camera lens when it dropped in the wind yesterday. That's £200. I bought camping gear that I didn't use. That's £100. So that's about 600, and then I paid £65 for accommodation and about £50 for food, then some fuel, maybe £800. It's cost me the past day and a half. But my first camping trip in a while. Just me, the bike, a tent, and the very occasional Airbnb. That's it. It's been amazing. Right, I'm going to run into Leon, grab a coffee, grab a bite to eat, and then head off for the final 2 hours home. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Apologies for my appalling organisation on this trip. I hope I've got some kind of decent footage. Have a brilliant week all, and I'll see you all in the next one.
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the